DJ Swoosh.
All right, so Frisco has just released his brand new album, The Familiar Stranger, and we're up in here.
The big album, you get me?
The big boy album
Yeah.
just dropped. Features production from the likes of Sir Sparrow, Jams, Jack Dat, TSB, Ezra Ford, Splurge Boys, Roscar, Toddler T, and many more. And it's basically got all of the sounds that have been bubbling in the UK. So I just want to get straight into it with you. I feel like I listened to the album a few times and I was able to pick up loads of interesting themes that I was able to relate to, like blackness, identity, vulnerability, loyalty, amongst many other things. What does it mean for you to put this body of work together?
It means like when you say stuff like that, to say that you related to those type of things, they're the type of things that I put energy into. So when I see that that's resonated with people, that makes me feel good.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, within the context of the times that we're living in, like we've just been through a year of a pandemic, Black Lives Matter,
pandemic.
all of them things there.
Yeah.
How do you think? I know it's probably like mad, but yeah, like how do you think we can build on some of the things you were thinking? You mentioned in the album, because I can definitely tell that these themes came from a deep place. Like you don't just make an album and talk about your identity and blackness out of nowhere. That it has to come from somewhere, and you've clearly got your own thoughts and ideas, and there's people out there that you want to impact with this project.
Yeah, definitely. I think mainly because of the times that we're in right now, and the year and the last couple years that we've had, but mainly this year. Yeah, mainly just the times that we're in, and growth is in, like, I can't ignore these things. Like I can't just not. Some people don't want to speak about these things in their music, but me, never been a preacher rapper or a preacher MC. So I've never really touched on those type of things consciously. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like done a whole song or a whole project or anything like that. So this was the first time with that song Black Man. This is the first time that I've done like a socially aware song, I'd call it.
Yeah.
That's like a full song.
That's the last track on the album, right?
Yeah. Because I've said socially aware things in loads of my other songs, but I just mix it in with
I
a
can't
song,
lie,
so
when
you
I
know
listen
what
to the album, when you reach Black Man, it's just a complete shift, like
Yeah.
a change, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's not how I expected the album to finish. But
Yeah.
it's like, as a fan of your music, it's a proper interesting journey, and it's a real enjoyable piece. Like I feel like this album, it goes beyond the music, because there's a lot of social commentary to it. There's a lot of political discourse that some people that maybe they're not that familiar with grime music or whatever, or they're not as familiar with your music as they should be, they might not expect it.
Yeah, true.
So moving into the features on this album, you've got tracks on there with Skengdo, Mez, East End Legends, Gets, D Double, Boy Better Know, Novelist, Manifest, Jeremy, Devlin. For me, I'm a strong believer in the powers of the people around you and how they influence and elevate your thing. In amongst all the features on the album, who would you say has been influential for you within your music and you creating this album?
Probably the producers, I'd say, because they play a very important role in helping me shape it and getting it to how I need it to sound.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So the producers that I worked with from ground up, and when I say ground up, I mean like making a song from scratch, or the producers that just, because there was one or two beats that got that literally got sent to me, and that was it.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? That was the beat there, and all it needed was for me to write to it. Do you get what I'm saying? That happens sometimes as well, but for the most part, when we
had the sessions together.
Yeah, we had the sessions together and built it together there. So I'd say they're the most instrumental part for me, because I had the concepts, I had the things that I wanted to speak about, I had the features the people that I wanted to feature. I had all of that planned out in my head already. So it was just for me to get the music sounding to how I needed it to sound, and without that, it's very hard to complete your album how you want it to be. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And I think even that's why it took me like just over a year to make it, because I'm probably my own worst critic, and I'm very fussy with beats. Very, very fussy. I'm very fussy with just how I do my music in general. Do you get what I mean?
I would have never guessed that, given how current the album is, like in terms of relevance and timing.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been a better time.
Yeah. I agree still.
You may or may not know this, but earlier in the summer, No Signal Radio hosted a clash. So we're well known for doing like clashes or 10v10s.
Yeah.
Where it's artists going back and forth, and then the listeners vote in. And then in round 6, A Boy Better Know record was played, and then basically your name was trending like all over the timeline. Frisco.
Okay.
So people were saying things like your verse from your earlier work on Too Many Man is one of the top 10 UK verses of all time, and it needs to be put in the National Archives. So which
That's big still.
yeah, I thought that was crazy, but I feel like right now we're appreciating our journey and the people that have influenced us musically, and you're definitely one of those artists that have managed to achieve that. So for any grime fans listening, what's your thoughts on the cultural impact of that verse? And within grime, do you feel like there's any other verses that may be able to join that particular verse within the top 10?
Top 10 of like influential verses.
Yeah, well, I'm saying if that verse is getting into the top 10, what other verses are coming in with that verse? Because that verse is a madness, and it definitely shifted a lot of things musically.
Yeah, and you know what? It's crazy because, like, I'm a tactician when it comes to writing bars. When it comes to writing lyrics, I'm a tactician, and I write them knowing what part of people are gonna get gassed at. You get what I'm saying? So like when I'm writing a song that I know I'm gonna be performing like in a festival or whatever, I might start off the first 8 where I'm just calm and explaining. Then when the second 8 comes in, I might get hype. I might speed up the flow. I might just do some gas stuff. But I know that at that point, if I'm on stage, I'm gonna be going mad. That's the point where I'm gonna be jumping about or whatever not. So I'm a tactician. Do you get what I'm saying? I think about these things when I write bars. You get what I'm saying? When I wrote that bar, I didn't think about nothing like that. All I thought about was, I'm going to be last on this song. Everyone else has got an 8 bar. I'm having a 16 bar. And I'm just going to vibes. You get what I'm saying? I'm just going to make sure I'm going to vibes the bar out, basically.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking, this is going to be like a lyric that lives on and on and on and on, and people are going to gas about it for years to come. But I didn't think that. I just thought, I just need to have a sick lyric because it's going to be a 16 at the end of the song.
That one's going in the archives though, 100%. So moving into the album, I think it goes without saying, there's quite a few tracks on the project. It's a 57-minute project. For you, what was your favorite track on the album? 'Cause I'm going to tell you mine, 100%.
Yeah, I ain't got a favorite track, man.
None at all?
Nah, I ain't got a favorite track. To me, it's one piece of work, so I haven't got a favorite.
I've got 2 still.
Have I got a favorite? Nah, I ain't got a favorite. Nah.
I'll give you the first one that I was really, really into is definitely the opening track, Fuggish Ruggish.
Yeah.
Because you just came in with mad honesty.
Yeah.
On that track, but I do have one question for you regarding that track. I think there's a bit in the verse where you're talking about a woman saying only, I can't remember what it says, something like it's not only you or something like that.
When I say froggish, when I come through with a froggish ruggish, she told you it was only you, fam. You should have known she was
bit.
talking rubbish.
I was like, I want to know. I want to know I want to know what you trying to say.
No, that was just more of a general. I weren't really speaking to no one specifically.
Okay.
That was just more general. Like, do you get what I'm saying? When you're linking like when you're running, not running down, but when you're linking these certain type of girls. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, as much as you think it's all good, or it could seem all good.
Yeah.
As much as she's telling you it's just you, decipher when it's really just you and when she's talking rubbish.
Mad.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, really.
Now, I thought that was mad interesting in these times because men don't really get to get their point of view across. But I'm hearing people piping up saying they're this, they're that, or guys are doing this and that. I was like, right, this is an interesting point of view.
Yeah. Facts, B.
After that track, I think my second favorite track on the project was Corner.
Okay.
Yeah. I just love the beat. That one's straight going into my sets in the club. Like,
yes, man.
do loads of crazy stuff with it, man.
Big up.
That one was bouncing. Who produced that? Toddler.
Toddler.
You know, I could guess. I never looked at the credits, but now I was thinking in my head that had to be Toddler too.
Yeah, Toddler.
Because the beat was mad.
Toddler and Adrian McLeod, I think his surname is.
Okay.
Co-produced that.
Yeah, it's bait. It's bait now. It's bait. It was Toddler. All right. Colors. We definitely got to talk about that song.
Yeah.
I feel like, obviously, you brought Double and Gets onto that. Bro, that track was mind-blowing because I feel like you all did your thing. Double went into his genius mode. Gets, like, he always finds a new angle.
Yeah.
To, like, just talk to me. How did you guys come up with that record? Because that record is a record of empowerment.
Yeah.
And it's like, to be that open and to talk about the things you speak about on that record is like, as free men, how do you come together and be like, yo, this is what we're going to talk about?
Well, it was a song that basically I had wrote the chorus to before I decided to put anyone on it. So I had the concept of the song already. I done my verse, and so I had the verse and the chorus. I always wanted to put Gets on it. Gets done his verse, and this is the beauty of the song. Like, even though we're all kind of pushing, if you sum it up, we're all pushing the same message.
Yeah.
But we all approach it differently. Do you get what I'm saying? And give you a different take.
Different perspective.
Even though it's different perspective. Even though it's the same message.
Your perspective was the latest one, though.
You think so?
Yeah, man, the hotel room vibes.
yeah. You get what I'm saying? So and there's a lot of way you can sum up colors. Like, we can do it like empowerment. So we had the empowerment element. Then we had the element where it's a bit more fun. You get me? Like colors, clothes, colors, trainers, different Air Max and stuff like that. So it was just like.
It was just brought the fun back in.
Yeah, it was just good to bring the fun back into it and have a serious, fun song, a song that's fun and serious at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And be able to link up with Gets and Double and people that like we've grown in the scene together.
100.
And we can come together and make songs like this. It don't always have to be.
That's just growth.
The typical.
Because
you know what I mean?
When people think about people that have been in grime for a long time, they remember all the risky roads and all of that. When grime and all the clashes and stuff. And like moving from that energy into this space where you're now using grime to talk about the issues that's affecting everybody is mad powerful. Talking on your backstory, I feel like No Signal's like the pirate radio of our time. Like, we've only been around about 6-7 months, and the community has really supported us. And I know that you've had some history within pirate radio. You was involved in Heat FM back in the day. How important do you think it is for communities to have stations that allow black voices and music to be showcased?
Very important. It's always been pirate radio has always been more pirate radio, community radio. It's been it's always been like, what word could I use to describe what I mean? It's always been like a vessel for the culture to get
Yeah.
out there to people that might not be directly here, living here, or right next to it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always been a voice.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And we will, the more of that, it's just obviously things evolve, things change. Pirate radio's not the thing no more, because we
Yeah.
don't have pirate radio like that no more. But from there, some form of, if it's not pirate radio, we need to find what the next thing is. Then do you get what I mean? And whatever
Yeah.
that thing is, I'm supporting that, and I think that it's important we've got things like that. Do you get what I mean?
Well, right now it's no signal.
Yeah, exactly. If it's no signal, then that's what it is. Big up no signal. I'm supporting that.
That's what we're
Definitely.
doing, man. Black radio every day. We broadcast 7 days a week.
Yeah, man,
Start
I'm
from
behind.
10 a.m. all the way till like 12.
I'm behind that
It's been doing
fully.
it all of lockdown. I think this is another interesting question, because I like, in preparing to speak to you today, and that, like, man went to watch all your clashes and stuff. You've been doing some crazy work. Shout out to the sets that you've been doing with Oblique, Benteke,
Yeah.
many other people as well. What's it like being on the field for such a long time with so many heavyweights? How do you keep your pen sharp? How do you stay match fit?
Just by being a fan of the music, man, and fan of the craft, a fan of the art form. You know what I mean? I like, I'm actually a fan. I get excited by this shit still. Do you get what I'm saying? I hear artists, rappers, MCs say stuff. I think, shit, that was sick. That it makes me want to write a bar. You know what I mean? I still got that fire in me. So I think as long as I've got that, I'm always going to want to write lyrics and make songs, make music.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So I think that alone keeps me on my toes and just staying current with the sound, not just reaching out. I mean, when I say reaching out, not just forcing it and trying to jump on whatever waves out. I mean, like, really having your ear to the street and really knowing what's going on out here. Do you get me?
Yeah, 100%. And I think this is like, close to my final question, but I think it's a really important question, because there's definitely a lot of new artists that follow what we do and what I'm doing, and I feel like with someone with so much experience, what advice could you give to artists coming through in terms of how they can maintain and achieve success in the world? Like, using your experience, what advice would you give to artists that are coming through now, I guess?
What advice would I give to artists coming through now?
Particularly because you're the man behind the den. You've been giving artists platforms for like over the last 6 years, giving them people opportunity to perform.
Yeah, I'd just say, like, study the game before you, because obviously it's easy to just get caught up in the hype. Actually study the game. It sounds cliche,
Yeah.
but it's actually real. Study the game, try and, because if I studied the game before I got into it properly, I just got into it because I loved it, and I didn't even think in my head I wasn't getting into anything. I was just doing what I loved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you really study things, work out how the demographics work,
Yeah.
and then study the internet, study YouTube, study how things don't just go on YouTube to watch videos. Study how it works, how people have come up. Do you get what I mean?
100.
Work out how you can find out. Work out how you can build a community of people that are interested in what you do. If what you do is good enough. You get what I'm saying? If you've got something that's good enough, if it is good enough,
Yeah.
someone, even if it's 100 people, that can grow. There's like, don't get caught up in the numbers thing. You get what I'm saying? All it takes is for the right person to hear you, and it to take you to the next step. You get what I'm saying? Because everyone started out without any nothing. Now everyone then never just jumped into it and had mad numbers. You get me? So that's what my main advice would be. Just study, research the internet. When I say research the internet, I mean work out how you can benefit from not just making a song and doing a video and putting it online and expecting to Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm saying really work out how you can make this work for you. You know what I mean? And make how your thing's gonna be separate to everyone else. Cause it's not easy. There's 150 MCs coming out on one day. There's 10,000 rappers. There's a million. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
So
music is coming out so much quicker than it used to, and it's coming
Yeah.
out so much more. So
yeah,
it's like I feel like you come from an era where there was so much value because like we could cop the physical assets of the music. Like we get the white labels, we could cop the mixtapes and stuff, and now it's all streaming and like everyone's releasing their Spotify wrapped up for the year. So it's all become numbers based sort of thing. So I feel like it's so important to remind people where the value is in your craft.
True.
And what you do, because it's easily forgotten. You know?
yeah. Facts.
And on that note, I think like that's literally all the questions from me. It's been brilliant to like literally get underneath, find out what helps you craft this album, put it together.
Yeah.
How you're still motivated and still driven to push Graham forward. And I want to congratulate you on this release because it's an amazing body of work. And
Thank you, man.
hopefully everyone can just embrace it and keep pushing and supporting your thing, but it's out now.
And not
Frisco.
even just pushing Graham forward, just pushing the UK music, UK culture, because
Yeah.
people get too stuck on labeling stuff. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Good music is just good music.
I don't think you can put a label on this album. No.
You can't really, and that's my thing. Like, if I hear it, like even albums that people are calling, alright, just say for instance a drill artist, you might hear someone like, I don't know, Lowski. Listen to Lowski's album, sick album. It's got drill on it. He's a drill artist. It's not all drill though. Do you get what I mean? The whole album's not drill. Do you get what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. Do you get what I mean?
Bring all the different sounds that are relevant and bring them in.
You do what you're doing,
There
bro.
was a track
You
one
do what
day
you're
that
doing.
he did with Manifest, and I was like, wow.
On my album, oh yeah. The Like I'm Supposed to tune. Yeah. That's a big tune, man.
That caught me by surprise. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you're bringing in sounds that I resonate to naturally because
Yeah.
I've grown up, like my parents are from Africa and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna connect with that, and then I also connected a lot with like the Jamaican influence songs, just because I'm a very strong believer in pushing your culture.
Coach, yeah.
And that forward, and like that's something that you've always done throughout your music. And
Exactly.
I was like, yo, I can't wait to show my Jamaican friends, but yo, man's got this rhythm here.
Yeah.
So, nah.
Respect, man.
Much love. And yeah, moving away from the album, definitely, like, as an artist, you've been doing mad things. I think last time I saw you perform was at Alhan's birthday party still.
Okay.
You were shutting it down with ease at the boiler room.
Yeah.
You're definitely a man of the people. Like, people see you in the community and you're connected with everything that's going on. So, nah, man, we're looking forward to seeing what this album does and what more can we expect after this, I guess.
Just more music, man. Just more music, more content, hopefully more shows when the place frees up a little bit more. You know what I mean? Napa, did you say?
Yeah,
Nah, no Napa. I doubt
No more.
I doubt it very much, man.
Done.
We was talking about Napa off camera. If people are wondering why we're talking about Napa now, but yeah, that was then. I don't think Napa's really for us right now. I don't know. You never know, even like what
I
can
feel
happen.
like Napa they've brought in a lot of the younger artists that are coming through and stuff.
Do you know what? In saying that, I got a booking came through for Napa. I think it was this year actually. It was meant to be. It was meant to be this year actually. That's mad, you know. We're saying that I was meant to have. We was. It was.
No, I think there was a festival still. Yeah, Napa Rocks or something like that.
It was. I can't remember what it was. It was a few. I had about 2 offers came in. One of them was. I think it was the
Candy Beach party or one of them. Yeah.
And
every Friday. Yeah.
And the other one I think was like Super, and that was doing something.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, definitely we'll link up again soon. Probably one of these festivals or something. Cause last time actually before a man saw you in I think your favorite Caribbean shop on West Green Road. Just
Eddie's.
I don't know the name. I just know it was your shop. I was like, this is Frisco spot.
How'd you
Everyone
know?
told me. Like people told me in it because
Yeah.
man was in the ends and like, okay, Frisco's having his thing. I was like, cool. Like, let me not disturb him.
Oh, was I in there eating?
Yeah. So I was like, nah, cool. But things are funny in it. It's like,
Yeah.
right, you see someone there and then next minute, boom, we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
the album. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. All good, man.